The book of Isaiah, chapter 2. Jerusalem is stricken and Judah fallen, because they have spoken and acted against the Lord, rebelling against the glance of his glorious eye. The look on their faces testifies against them. Like Sodom, they proclaim their sins and do not conceal them. Woe upon them! They have earned their own disaster. Happy the righteous man, all goes well with him, for such men enjoy the fruit of their actions. Woe betide the wicked! With him all goes ill, for he reaps the reward that he has earned. Moneylenders strip my people bare, and usurers lord it over them. O my people, your guides lead you astray, and confuse the path that you should take. The Lord comes forward to argue his case, and stands to judge his people. The Lord opens the indictment against the elders of his people and their officers. You have ravaged the vineyard, and the spoils of the poor are in your houses. It is nothing to you that you crush my people and grind the faces of the poor. This is the very word of the Lord of hosts. Then the God said, because the women of Zion hold themselves high and walk with necks outstretched and wanton glances, moving with mincing gait and jingling feet, the Lord will give the women of Zion bald heads. The Lord will strip the hair from their foreheads. In that day, the Lord will take away all finery, anklets, discs, crescents, pendants, bangles, coronets, headbands, armlets, necklaces, lockets, charms, signets, nose rings, fine dresses, mantles, cloaks, flounced skirts, scarves of gauze, kerchiefs of linen, turbans, and flowing veils. So instead of perfume, you shall have the stench of decay, and a rope in place of a girdle, baldness instead of hair elegantly coiled, a loincloth of sacking instead of a mantle, and branding instead of beauty. Your men shall fall by the sword, and your warriors in battle. Then Zion's gates shall mourn and lament. Then she shall sit on the ground stripped bare. Then on that day 7 women shall take hold of one man and say, we will eat our own bread and wear our own clothes, if only we may be called by your name. Take away our disgrace. On that day, the plant that the Lord has grown shall become glorious in its beauty, and the fruit of the land shall be the pride and splendor of the survivors of Israel. Then those who are left in Zion, who remain in Jerusalem, everyone enrolled in the book of life, shall be called holy. If the Lord washes away the filth of the women of Zion and cleanses Jerusalem from the blood that is in it by a spirit of judgment, a consuming spirit, then over every building on Mount Zion and on all her places of assembly, the Lord will create a cloud of smoke by day and a bright flame of fire by night. For glory shall be spread over as a covering and a canopy, a shade from the heat by day, a refuge and a shelter from rain and tempest. I will sing for my beloved, my love song about his vineyard. My beloved had a vineyard, high up on a fertile hillside. He trenched it and cleared it of stones, and planted it with red vines. He built a watchtower in the middle, and then he hewed out a winepress in it. He looked for it to yield grapes, but it yielded wild grapes. Now, you who live in Jerusalem, and you men of Judah, judge between me and my vineyard. What more could have been done for my vineyard that I did not do in it? Why, when I looked for it to yield grapes, did it yield wild grapes? Now listen, while I tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away its fences and let it be burnt. I will break down its walls and let it be trampled underfoot. And so I will leave it derelict. It shall neither be pruned nor hoed, but shall grow thorns and briars. Then I will command the clouds to send no more rain upon it. The vineyard of the Lord of hosts is Israel, and the men of Judah are the plant he cherished. He looked for justice and found it denied, for righteousness, but heard cries of distress. Shame on you, you who add house to house and join field to field, until not an acre remains, and you are left to dwell alone in the land. The Lord of hosts has sworn in my hearing. Many houses shall go to ruin, fine large houses shall be uninhabited. 5 acres of vineyard shall yield only a gallon, and 10 bushels of seed return only a peck. Shame on you, you who rise early in the morning to go in pursuit of liquor and draw out the evening inflamed with wine, at whose feasts there are harp and lute, tabor and pipe and wine. You have no eyes for the work of the Lord, and never see the things that he has done. Therefore my people are dwindling away, all unawares. The nobles are starving to death, and the common folk die of thirst. Therefore Sheol gapes with straining throat, and has opened her measureless jaws. Down go nobility and common people, their noisy bustling mob. Mankind is brought low. Men are humbled but are haughty looks. But the Lord of hosts sits high in judgment, and by righteousness the holy God shows himself holy. Young rams shall feed where fat bullocks once pastured, and kids shall graze broad acres where cattle grew fat. Shame on you, you who drag wickedness along like a tethered sheep, and sin like a heifer on a rope, who say, let the Lord make haste, let him speed up his work for us to see it. Let the purpose of the Holy One of Israel be soon fulfilled, so that we may know it. Shame on you, you who call evil good and good evil, who turn darkness into light and light into darkness, who make bitter sweet and sweet bitter. Shame on you, you who are wise in your own eyes and prudent in your own esteem. Shame on you, you mighty topers, valiant mixers of drink, who for a bribe acquit the guilty and deny justice to those in the right. So he will hoist a signal to a nation far away. He will whistle to call them from the end of the earth. And see, they come, speedy and swift. None is weary, not one of them stumbles, not one slumbers or sleeps. Not one has his belt loose around his waist, or a broken thong to his sandals. Their arrows are sharpened, and their bows all strung. Their horses' hooves flash like shooting stars. Their chariot wheels are like a whirlwind. Their growling is the growling of a lioness. They growl like young lions, which roar as they seize the prey and carry it beyond reach of rescue. They shall roar over it on that day, like the roaring of the sea. If a man looks over the earth, behold, darkness closing in, and the light darkened on the hilltops.